long here, but we've got to wrap things up with a lightning round. I love the power of words and the capacity for great quotes to change lives. So I'm going to read a few of my favorites and have you respond with telling us what they mean to you, and give us the first thing that comes to mind, Mark, because it's called a lightning round.
Oh, I remember it well.
From Paul Hawken, go deep into a specialty, get a customer, make them happy.
What does that mean to me? That means to me that entrepreneurs are people who solve other people's problems. They're the masters of innovation. And I will say that a lot of times we get people who come to us and say, here's my product, who's my audience? I'm like, okay, your audience should have been your first decision. Because if you solve a problem, your audience is everyone who has that problem. Otherwise, you're trying to bring a product to market that doesn't need to be here.
Big fight I had with people when I was developing software. That's exactly right.
Yep.
From Peter Drucker, efficiency is doing things right. Effectiveness is doing the right things.
So I will quote my grandmother on this, and she used to constantly tell us, as children, there's never time to do it right, but there always seems time to do it over. And I and it's the clean your room, clean your room, clean your room. And then she would always follow by saying, if you'd have just done it right the first time, you'd have been outside already. But you found every way to do it wrong. Yeah. And now you're still doing it over because it's doing it right. So when Drucker uses the statement, it says, doing it right is efficient. Yes, just quit trying to find the shortcut.
Grandma,
get it right, do it right. Huh?
Drucker had it. From Jim Collins, you can't manufacture passion or motivate people to feel passionate. You can only discover what ignites your passion and the passions of those around you. You can't manufacture it. You can only discover it.
And here's what I'll say, Matt. That goes back to our conversation earlier about surround yourself with like-minded people, because you can't change people's minds. People need to be attracted to what you have to offer. I remember years ago, and you'll laugh at this, I was a college president, and one of my peers happened to be at a meeting, and he goes, Mark, I don't understand. This is going to sound so harsh, but it's true. He's like, Mark, I don't understand. Like, your team just loves you. And he goes, I don't understand. Like, literally, we all walk into these meetings and like anybody from your team, you just know who's on Mark's team. Like, these people are like your biggest fans. How do you get people to love you that way? And I laughingly answered, I said, well, I fire the ones that don't.
Right.
And he looked and he's like, that's so funny. Ha, ha, ha. And I'm like, no, actually, it's accurate, Vince. I'm like, because followers need to echo the passion of the leader. Yeah. And if I have followers who are never going to follow my leadership and never going to follow my passion, then I need to do what I can to help them go find a leader that they resonate with. Yeah. Because I can't manufacture their passion for my vision. Either they have the vision or they don't. And only the people with the vision get to stay on the team.
That's it. Okay, one more from Robert Greene. Mastery is not a function of genius or talent. It's a function of time and intense focus applied to a particular field of knowledge.
10,000 hours, my friend. 10,000 hours. There is no way to cheat those 10,000 hours. There is no way to do it. And it's all about putting in your time. And too many people, again, we live in a fast food, self-serve world. And there's no way to shortcut your way to success. And, you know, there's a few Justin Biebers in the world. But the reality is most of us put in our 10,000 hours to become experts, and Malcolm Gladwell would back me up on that.